Leading our panel today, we have the head of FinTech from Invest Hong Kong, King Lung. Let's get King Lung on screen. King, I can see you down in front of me. Let's put you up for the rest of the crowd. And here comes our moderator. There he is. Big smile and a wave. Fantastic. Excellent. Now, King Lung is going to be joined on stage by our two speakers. Let's have them out here. They are John Ho, the head of legal for financial markets for Standard Chartered, and Vincent Lau, who is the head of innovation at HSBC. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for our CBDC panel. All right, go get them. Hey, go get them, guys.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me all right?
Yes. Yep.
Good? Great. Okay, my apology to the organizer and all the folks in the audience that I'm actually currently in Japan, and I'm trying to basically bridge, Hong Kong with a lot of the neighbors, particularly in fostering the collaboration in fintech, and most specifically on the topic of CBDC and stablecoins. As a matter of fact, yesterday I met with the regulator in Japan, FSA, to really try to learn from the thought process around the regulation and promotion of stablecoins. So I think this is truly a great privilege to have two people really in the know about this topic, knowing inside and out. I still remember it was probably more than 6 months ago that I was calling up a good friend, Benedict at BIS, asking for some advice about who's the expert I should talk to learn about stablecoins, and she pointed me to John. And I also got privileged to talk to Vincent, and these two gentlemen are really the wealth of knowledge on this topic, not just from regulation standpoint, but also from the application standpoint, representing two of the largest banks involved in cross-border commerce. Now, so without further ado, I guess I would like to ask a question that I think John and Vincent, just feel free to chime in with your wisdom. Now, the first thing perhaps to sort of baseline for our audience. So can you help us understand a bit better about the use cases of CBDC and stablecoins? Because some people got confused that they thought they're kind of the same thing, but essentially they're not. So can you just help us a little bit about the use cases, and as a follow-on to this is whether or not the CBDCs and stablecoins can coexist. So John, Vincent, please take it away.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot, King, for having us. Before we start, I'd like to thank Bowie and the organizer for inviting me to be on stage. And the views I express are my own. They do not necessarily represent the views of my organization. I think there are two questions there. The first is why CBDC? What's the use cases? And what's the use case for stablecoins? I think before we start, the basic thing is CBDC is a digital representation of central bank money in the digital form. It is still fiat, it is still a legal tender, and is widely accepted as a mode of payment, storage of value, unit at account. So by contrast, stablecoin is largely used in the digital assets world, in particular the crypto world, as the sort of the de facto currency for the crypto world as a storage of value, and henceforth the term stable coins. So earlier in the earlier panel, they talk about various types of stable coins, but I think the closest proxy to this would be the fiat-based, asset-based sort of stable coins, because not all stable coins are stable, as we all know it, especially in particular with the sort of collapse of Terra Luna, that's not stable anymore. Moving back to the use cases, in terms of the CBDC, there are two forms of CBDC largely. One, wholesale CBDC, which is used largely in the interbank payment, cross-border payment among banks and credit institution. Then the other one is what we call